Hey there, I'm Dr. Jim Collins. Thanks for stopping by. My topic this week is what David Bowie taught me about death. Now, when we're young, we barely think about death or dying. It simply is not on our radar. Our attention is consumed with more concrete concerns like school, work, paying bills, romantic relationships, things like that. But as we age, our mortality starts to seep into our thoughts, in our dreams, and in our plans. And with every tick of the clock. After all, no one gets out of here alive, right? So David Bowie had several themes throughout his 50 years of wonderful music, lyrics, art, movies, his life. Everything about Bowie portrayed something deep and meaningful. He was truly an artist until the day he died, as a matter of fact. So do you remember Space Oddity, Ground Control to Major Tom? In that song, Major Tom is a celebrity for a while, and he's floating in outer space. Ground Control is thrilled with the success that they're having, and then all of a sudden something goes wrong. Can you hear me, Major Tom? Tell my wife I love her very much, as his capsule goes spinning out of control into the darkness and the vastness of outer space. So that song and Bowie's lyrics tells us that death is not welcome, death is right around the corner, it's always lurking, and it's something we cannot control. Therefore, it is to be feared. It is to be feared. But 11 years later, he releases a brilliant album called Scary Monsters, one of my favorites. When that album came out, one of my friends and I listened to it all month long, over and over and over and over. We wore the record out. And one of my favorite songs on that album, Ashes to Ashes. If you know anything about that song, Major Tom returns to Earth, but something is really wrong with him. He's been in outer space too long. It has changed him into someone else or something else, right? But he was connected with ground control. They never lost contact. That song, I believe, and through Bowie's lyrics, tells us that death brings us together. It brings us together like no other force can. And the rise and fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars, his first groundbreaking album of his career, there was a song called 5 Years. And in that song, Ziggy, the character, learns that the Earth only has 5 years and then it's going to explode. It's done. It's gone. So we have 5 years. Some people panic, some people celebrate, some people party, but what it does again is it brings us all together. So that's a very powerful theme in his music. Now, another theme, death is very difficult to define. In another one of my favorite Bowie albums, Heroes, the one that was recorded with 2 others in Berlin. And on the song Heroes, there are lovers at the Berlin Wall meeting each other at night, and bullets are flying over their head. They could die at any given moment whatsoever. Death was right there, omnipresent, in their face, and they did not care. In this regard, death is not to be feared, but fought against, rebelled against. And death is too difficult to define. It's too complicated. And then, from his album Hours and the song Thursday's Child, his lyrics go, all my life I've tried so hard, doing the best with what I had. Nothing much happened all the time. Only for you I don't regret that I was Thursday's child. Love, memories of love, our friends, our families. It's those things that carry us into death. Death is inevitable. It is to be accepted. And then Bowie dies unafraid. On January 10th, 2016 at 7:30 a.m., I received a text from a very dear friend who also loves Bowie, and he said, "I hope that the news that I'm getting from the AP is not correct." It was correct. Bowie had passed from liver cancer without anybody knowing except his family and a couple close friends. He filmed 2 videos 48 hours before his death, Black Star and Lazarus. In them, he gives us clues about his illness, impending death, and his attitudes towards dying and death. And guess what? He was totally unafraid. He sings, "This way or no way, you know I'll be free. Just like that blackbird. Now ain't that just like me? Oh, I'll be free. Just like that blackbird. Oh, I'll be free. Ain't that just like me?" His death was like his life, living art, unafraid to be many things, and nothing at all at the same time. That's David Bowie, that's death, and I'm Dr. Jim Collins.